Good morning, Olly's farmers. Welcome back to the channel and welcome today to the spring barley harvest 2019 on the farm. As you can hopefully see behind me here is the JCB, which I've this morning been cleaning out, and also as well I've just been getting ready this past week the grain store, which I'll just go and show you. And this is where the barley is going to be stored from today's harvest. So in a minute the first load will come in, and there we go, there's the first load. It's quite a small trailer which they've got, and it's ideal really for this shed here. There we go. Right. Lovely. First load of spring barley there. There doesn't seem to be too much rubbish in here at all either, so that's quite a nice sign to see. Okay, so I've just been pushing up the barley here, and hopefully you'll see now on camera, I'm just going to push up this recent load here, and then it'll be back to the action. Okay, so that's the barley now pushed up, so it's now back to the action. Well, there goes the combine. There's the little loader. And here comes another load here as well. Off back into the shed. And the swaths of straw are looking quite good as well. And Jeffrey's just finished this field here, and he'll be moving on to the next field now. And if we just go and have a look at the swaths over here, we can see that the straw is actually looking a little bit longer this year. And what I mean by that is that last year the straw was quite short, and it was a bit of a pain, to be fair, when we were bedding down, especially in the horse stable. So it's nice to see the straw looking a little bit longer this year. And somewhere around here as well is a baler. I think Jeffrey's bought a new tractor. Looking very smart. Very, very smart indeed. A Massey Ferguson 7718S Dyna 6 with a Massey Ferguson baler on the back, which is a 4160V RB. Very nice. 19 plate Massey, very smart. And hopefully we'll just pop one out now. There it goes. Okay, so they're about 4.5 foot round bales, and they're fairly tight to be fair, so that's all we want. And there goes the Massey Ferguson with the baler on the back. Very quick baler, he's going at incredible speed. Okay, and this is the next field here, which is due to be combined, and it's called Hillhouse Field. We've just opened up the gates here, and here it is, Hillhouse Field, which is spring barley again. And looking at the crop in general along here, this was, I think, one of the best fields, and I'm hoping that it brings in a good yield, and hopefully there's also a good bit of straw off here as well. And here she is, the combine, which has just turned up into the field here. On the header goes there. It's a class section 430 Evolution, and Jeffrey's had this combine for a few years now. So I'm now just going to go into the combine and just see how Jeffrey's getting on.
I tried to look at small.
Yeah.
I think it's so high up.
There's Stephen.
I hope I'm in the right place.
Such a hard target, isn't it? Because it's.
I'm saying if you have a bigger trailer, they're usually higher up.
Yeah.
You get into a lot there. We get it all in, do you think?
Hopefully.
Big touching go, let's let know we get the run light.
Oh, it's a perfect load.
Smashed it quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah. So that trailer's about 1 tank on the combine.
Yeah, it is, yeah, but when you have right full load.
Back down she goes. Okay, let's get this barley in here just pushed up. The reason why we have to push up the barley on the farm in this grain store here is because if we don't push it up, we won't be able to store all of the barley in here. So that's why we push it up using the JCB here. And you have to be quite careful because it's quite a low shed here. It takes a bit of practice, to be fair, to get used to this shed, because you can't lift the boom up all the way. We would look at a grain pusher, which is an attachment you can get on the front of the loaders for those of you who don't know. But in reality, there's no point of investing in a grain pusher because we don't really harvest enough grain to warrant buying one. So that's why we just use the bucket basically, and it's worked for us so far. So we'll just keep using the bucket, and if we buy any new attachments, it will be a replacement bucket for this JCB. Okay, so I've just come up to High House Field here, which was the first field which Jeffrey was harvesting, and unfortunately I haven't actually seen very many bales of straw on here. It actually looks a bit bare on here, which isn't a good sight to see. I was hoping to see quite a few more bales than is actually currently on here. Hopefully just see some here. We've got quite a few bales just on the edges of the field here, moving all the way around. And then as we just progress further towards the middle of the field, there's clover just over there. it's just absolutely bare. There's not been many bales on this side of the field at all, unfortunately. And there's the quad bike just over there. And yeah, it's a bit of a shame really, but hopefully the other field's got a bit more straw on it. But it could mean potentially that this year we're just a bit low on straw going into the winter, which could be a bit of a problem. Let me just show you the maize here, which is looking spot on now. We've actually had quite a bit of rain over this last week, and the maize has actually managed to pick itself back up. And also the colour of the maize, it's actually greened up, and we've got a much richer, darker green which has now come out of it. So that's really, really good to see. And yeah, because it was actually getting pretty thirsty at one point, as you would have seen in the previous videos. So Jeffrey's actually now stopped combining on the farm this evening, and I'm just having a look now at the barley which is just here. And the barley on the farm here is actually used in beer production. It's actually called malting barley. So just think, when you crack open a bottle of beer, the barley used in making it could have come from this farm. And I've just got a bottle of Perlenburg, which is a little French beer here today, just to finish off the day. Look at that, lovely glass of beer with a little bit of a head on it there. So there we go. I hope you're having a great summer, and cheers from Olly's farm. We're almost at 50,000 subscribers as well, so cheers, and I hope you're having a great summer. Oh, lovely. So from myself, just here in the grain store, hopefully you've enjoyed seeing the malting barley being harvested today. If you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up, it would be much appreciated. Thank you very much for watching, and from myself here at the farm, cheers.